break it down for Chris Jericho. I know a lot of us in this room right now are big Chris Jericho fans, so excuse the bias, but you know we're gonna try and keep it honest, or at least I'll try rein it in. If things are moving a bit mad, I'll try rein it in. We got Anarfi, Delboy, and we have Paul here, all coming to give their. You're representing. We got these lot in the studio to come and give their opinions, and we're going to see if Chris Jericho is going to come out with maybe our first 5 out of 5-star wrestler. We haven't had one since we've been doing this. I think I have a clue of who it may be. I might let you guys know afterwards. But yeah, we're going to rank each of the sections that we rate Chris Jericho on in this segment. So it's going to be aesthetic, promo, ability, and legacy. Those are the 4 categories that we say make up a Hall of Fame star wrestler. So guys, put down below, follow along with us in the comments who you think.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna get your first 5-star today, bro.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I've planned for this, so I've got maybe a few curveballs.
This is a bit much. He knows what he's doing. He knew that's why he put something on social media.
Don't worry. So yeah, make sure you follow along. Put your own ratings down in the comments, and yeah, we're gonna jump into this. I mean, let's start off with aesthetic. Break it down. How do you guys ever talk about, you know, Chris Jericho's packaging, how he looked, like everything about him?
Chris Jericho has always looked wavy, fam. Until he started. One thing I would say is this: he's like him going to like New Japan and him wearing like what is he wearing now?
The Painmaker stuff at New Japan.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that aesthetic. I was more feeling the stuff prior when he was wearing like that. He's like his tights. His tights were amazing, bro.
That's the best.
All right. Wait. So I jumped the gun here. You guys need to write down on your boards out of 5.
Excitement.
Out of 5, what would you rate his aesthetic?
Easy.
Guys watching, I'm gonna try and rein this in. I'm gonna try.
We're off the leash, boy.
I'm gonna try. What is this?
He's taking a while, you know.
This guy's drawing that time. So Anarfi, go and reveal what you
Come on, 5-star, baby. 5-star.
5-star, baby.
5-star, baby.
Anarfi, sorry, Delboy.
5
and Paul.
I went a different way. Nah, I didn't.
5.
So I guess we're all agreeing that his aesthetic was 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Anyone that disagrees, they're not being
the tight, like from the tight designs, that Mason merch.
With the
goatee, when he had the long goatee. Like, he just added to the.
You know what I was thinking of today on my way here? Was the goatee, because like he looked like a Billy goat at the time, but was that to maybe signify that he is a goat?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. Why not?
Because that beard is very.
Fam, even some of the attires that he used to wear, not like wrestling, but just like when he's doing promos, fam, even some of like the trousers, like fam, he just look cool.
Wear some like shiny shirt or something.
The disco ball shirt was
this fam. Even his hockey shirts as well.
Yeah. Oh my days, he just
even fam. He's even the the Monday Night Jericho.
Yeah.
Bro, to this day, I'm trying to.
I've been looking for it.
I've only found like all these dupe like fake replica ones. I need a real one.
Everything.
Is no one gonna mention the jacket?
You know, just the jacket.
Come on, man.
He just like even the way when he would walk differently when he was a heel than when he was a face. Like when he was a face, he's more giving it like the big one.
Yeah.
And then when he's a heel, he's kind of got this swagger. Like it's just. It's too much, man.
When we go to promo, I'll talk more about his heel stuff because it's
crazy. Is the theme song counted as well?
Yeah.
Come on, man. He hasn't had a bad theme song.
One of the greatest.
Even if you talk about now, his theme song now is one of the best.
You
got AEW hater, that's right.
I don't really feel that song. Like, fam, break the walls, fam. That song's a gas song, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
Compared to what's it?
Judas is. No, you know what? Judas is a smash. It works, but I think
Break the Walls.
Break the Walls, that is legendary.
Imagine if you heard Break the Walls done at AW today. You're losing your shit.
No, facts.
Man's coming like, no.
No, it's facts. But we have to isolate though. Like we have to think that that's not happening. That's not happening. It's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
When he's coming out, he's like a silhouette. And he's walking towards the camera. Come on, man.
Even to the Titantrons, they slapped. The first one.
You see lady stand up.
When the lady stand up, don't get me mad.
Yes.
You break the walls. She's like, I was like, I wonder what she looks like. Yes, and you see Jericho come up and he's just there like,
and he's walking mad still, then walking fast. You see the camera cut into the transition. No. Even when he won the world, the unified title, like, wow.
That was proper.
Man, he's a goat, man.
Nah, he's
a goat, fam.
Yeah, man.
You knew what you were doing, fam.
Nah,
he said, "Yeah, I want the quickest video done."
Trust me, fam.
No, I mean,
I went for your curveballs though.
Aesthetic, I would. If I'm being harsh, that could possibly be a 4, but at the same time, it could be a 5.
Why would you even mark
if I was a hater?
Oh, yeah, okay.
If I was a hater and I wanted to really bring something to the table, not that I have anything prepared, but I think, yeah.
You know what I'll add though? Where not that it would have brought him to a 4 or anything, but when he came back and he had the tights for like maybe 1 or 2 weeks, then he went to pants. I mean, he went to like
trunks.
Yeah, he went to trunks.
That threw me off a little
and
bit.
It rattled me for a second, but all of a sudden, I got used to it. I got used to it.
And it works with his new character.
And this is what I'm saying. Because at first I was thinking, like, because he had the short hair and everything. I was thinking, what's going on? But you know what I mean? He sold it. I was sold again.
I've always been a Jericho in tights guy.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I've never liked it in
not my favorite, but he made it work.
Yeah.
Even the crop shirts he saw back in the day as well. Nice as well.
Yeah. Sick. Cool. All right then. Aesthetic 5.
Break it down.
Let's move on to promo.
Oh my god,
man, this is.
This one, yeah.
If you could write down your number out of 5 for Chris Jericho promo ability, that's his ability on the mic, how he commanded presence, his entertainment factor. Go on, Paul. We'll start with you.
We've got a 5. We've got Millennium Man there as well. If you can see, big 5.
5 for YTJ. Delboy.
5-star.
5-star promo and Anarfi.
What's the comment? 2 plus 3 is what?
2 plus 3 is 5.
Come on, man.
Delboy, what's one of your favorite Chris Jericho promos?
One of my favorite Chris Jericho promos, fam. Whether it's face, heel, just him saying, "I am the best in the world at what I do."
Yeah.
Do you understand? Fam, even from promos to catchphrases. Fam, I think another one of my favorite promos is when he was feuding with Rhino. This was like 2001 during the invasion, and Stephanie was managing Rhino. As let the bodies hit the floor, let the boobies hit the floor. Fam, too many promos,
He used
man.
to get up to Stephanie
But
so much, bro.
But even if we were to go to like WCW when he was feuding with Dean Malenko, he was like, "Yeah, you're the man with 1,000
holds.
I'm 1,001." And then fam, he carried the whole feud with Goldberg in WCW. Goldberg didn't want to fight him, and he was like, "Yeah, Greenberg."
Was that one when he was on the streets and he was trying
Fam, he
Shirt or something.
Was he wearing a suit or something?
Yeah, he was wearing a suit.
Oh, you talking about when he had a shirt?
He had a shirt for something he was doing with Goldberg. For something in that promo, like.
Oh, is it?
Did he have like messy hair?
Yeah.
That's the day that Goldberg actually came and spared him, innit?
Okay,
He's calling him Greenberg. Like, call him Goldberg. He's not even that good. We're gonna call him Greenberg.
Yeah.
Fam, he's too good, man.
Too good.
Fam, even a little bit of bubbly. Like, fam, too much shit, man.
He's just. You know what I will say? I say first things first is that there's certain wrestlers that they give them like 15-20 minute promos to, like they come out and they're taking their time speaking on the mic, like. They're giving Chris Jericho like the whole highlight reel thing. He's like I would listen to a whole 2-hour show, 2 hour plus of him just talking. It's like he was that good on the mic, like heel, face. He just like, you know what I mean. He can hold your attention. He was funny, even when he wants to be angry. You know what I mean, just believable and everything. I would say my favorite promo is probably his debut. His debut. I could watch that.
World class.
Top talents in the
this is what I'm saying.
And one of the top promos in the company at the time.
And it just, I was just blown away because I remember watching it, and I was just like, yeah, he's finally here. And then he's got the silver like disco shirt on, and he's like, "Welcome to Raw is Jericho." Nah, and everything he said, like, and it was like just a huge monologue. And yeah, man, I think there's not many better if there are any.
And it's so mad because shit like that can't be replicated. Because now it's like as soon as someone signs, like we know about it straight away on Twitter, and it's just like, fam, just to see that moment, it's like, fuck, he's here, against The Rock, and he's holding, fam.
It was even like even the whole build to it. Like I remember they were showing that little segment of the time.
Yeah,
countdown. It just happened randomly. He's like,
for weeks.
What is actually gonna happen? What is actually gonna happen?
Yeah, what's happening? Yeah,
it actually happened. I thought it was gonna be like a bad like villain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some alien or something. But it's Chris Jericho.
Next thing you see the girl stand up.
And it was like pitch black in the arena. You just see the girls, they just see Jericho, and the crowd go wild.
And it's mad because a lot of these wrestlers are his sons. Let's be real.
That's what I'm saying, man.
CM Punk, like all of these man that
MJF.
These man are his sons. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, big up Chris Jericho every single time.
Massive. I mean, I think for me, even his latter days in WWE, which eventually led to him leaving, the last few stuff like Stupid Idiot, getting Stupid Idiot over, the list and all of that kind of stuff that he done with Kevin Owens. I just feel like you could just put a mic in his hand, like Paul said, and that's it. You could fill time, like that's it.
It's like, you know them rappers where you say, "Oh, give me a word and I'll freestyle it." It's like he's like that. He's like, give me a word and I'll get it over.
Literally
Crazy.
So I guess we're all going with 5 for promo.
Yeah.
Can we
Chris Jericho.
If anyone disagrees, then you disagree.
That's your own. That's your own.
Come and link me, man. I don't know what that's about. I can't give anything less than a 5.
Cool. So 5 for promo.
Break it down.
All right, next up, we're going to talk about his ability. So this is in-ring ability. So put down, you guys, your score 1 to 5 on what you would rate Chris Jericho's in-ring ability.
This is biased.
Put your opinion. We'll talk about it and we'll see if there's any discussion worth having. And guys at home, please make sure you're following along. Put down below in the comments your score for his aesthetic, his promo, and ability. Let's see if it matches up with what we're doing here.
Okay. I'm gonna be quiet.
All right, so let's go with Delboy first. Oh, you want to change it?
Yeah, let me change it.
Go on. Oh, it looks like we're not getting all 5s.
No. I'm actually gonna be serious. I'm actually gonna. Be honest. We'll have a discussion in it.
Because now,
Can you do halves?
No.
You can't do halves.
No, because after I got drawn out in the last episode, I got drawn out in the last episode. I got drawn out. I got drawn out.
Is that which one is that? The Goldust one? Not the Goldust
No, it was the Eddie Guerrero one.
No, that was one of the first ones we done, so I wouldn't have drawn you out.
No. I was we were recording something. I got drawn out about Eddie Guerrero. A score I gave to him.
Yeah.
I think it was ability. I think we were discussing.
I think you gave. You gave Eddie Guerrero 5 ability.
I think we were discussing. Was it RVD?
Yeah,
and then.
I think you gave.
I gave him a 5.
Yeah, but RVD video pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it was you. I don't know if it was Marco Cammy. Someone said something, and I was just like, "Fam, you man are watching the wrong. You man must be watching TNA."
But yeah, no, I'm gonna be.
I remember the group chat went crazy when that video dropped. Fam, everybody was
So okay, we'll start with Delboy. What have you given his in-ring ability?
I'm gonna be realistic because I know people thinking I'm probably gonna. I would have given them a 5, but then I had to actually look back and I realized, okay, cool. Eddie Guerrero's a 5, Chris Benoit's a 5, Shawn Michaels is a 5, Brett's a 5. If I could have given a half, I would have given him like 4.9. But I would have given him 4.9. I'm gonna go over 4.
It's the maths for me.
You have to round up a little bit.
Anarfi, what have you gone with?
I was stuck because I didn't want to come across very clubhousey. You know, on Clubhouse, you say something.
Say Clubhouse.
You say something just to be different. You say that, you say that, Hornswoggle could have been the best. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna give Chris Jericho 5. The reason I give Chris Jericho 5 was because back in the day, my older brother, he used to make this wrestling character called Bane, and his moveset was always Chris Jericho. I remember I couldn't get over on this guy, bro. I remember Chris Jericho's moveset used to be like the staple moveset for any TNA wrestler that comes through. Any sort of, like, for example, when AJ Styles came, if I want to make AJ Styles on SmackDown vs. Raw, I'm making my Chris Jericho's moveset. He has a great moveset. The Lion Sword was amazing. Even the way he moves around like in the ring, like he's flying elbows, sick. Like, bro, what we doing here, man? It's not playing games, man.
5. All right, Paul.
Yeah,
I've packaged it, fam. I'm not gonna lie, I can't change it.
It's too late.
You can't change it, but I'm still gonna stick with mine. I gave him a 4. Everything you said was right, but I think when I think about like you saying the Benoits, the Kurt Angles, the RVDs, and of the world, I think there's a little extra Maggie on top of that. There's just a little extra where you're thinking where I don't think he can hang completely. Similar, I would have given the 4.99 if I could have, but if not, I think it's the 4.
I wouldn't say they wouldn't hang because he's had great matches.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe not. Maybe
I feel like with Chris Jericho, because his style was such like a blend of everything. His is more of like, how do I explain? It's like an American style of like every blend. So his style is very like safe compared to like other people's, innit? But I mean,
you could tell it's been influenced from these other places.
From all these travellers in like Mexico, Japan. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
But he's had great matches with everyone.
Has Chris Jericho been in Europe yet? He's done like a Europe tour yet?
Probably.
I need to probably look in.
Like in his earlier days, you mean?
I'm not too sure. I just know it's mainly
Mexico, definitely, Japan,
definitely, Canada, America.
I can't lie, he's not a 5.
Yeah, he's not. I wrote 5 initially, but then I realised it's like if we were to do either like
there's wrestlers there's wrestlers better than
you're a Brett guy.
No, but
and what would you give Brett?
No, 5.
And is he a 5 as well?
Bro, his moveset is different. Back in the day, I never saw nothing like that. The lion saw, I've never seen nothing like that. That used to be like my
lion saw bangs.
It's different. Even a flying elbow, like I never seen nothing like that. And the fact that he was small and he was all about it, like I feel like in ring he was sick.
No, he was.
Like his moveset was just sick for me.
But it's just that I can say that there's people who could wrestle better than him. And when I think about Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle,
you compare to Chris Benoit and Angle.
But
then again, you're comparing. Okay, look, I feel like when it comes to comparing, for me personally, I feel like you should compare people that have the same exact moveset. So Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit make sense because they're both submission guys, right?
Okay.
With Chris Jericho, you can compare Chris Jericho to Eddie Guerrero. I'll take that because I feel like they move a bit in the ring.
I mean, I guess so, but then at the same breath, Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho like came up together. So these are people that have great chemistry and they kind of like wrestle similar style. Like you're forgetting Chris Benoit was a junior heavyweight at one point, and him and Chris Jericho were going back and forth at one point. So I mean, I get it, but then it's like with Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit's one of them guys where he's naturally talented. Like he's just a genetic freak. Same as Kurt Angle. Where Chris Jericho, he's good, but it's kind of like he's had to.
What's missing then? What's missing?
That's a brilliant question.
I want to know so I can get educated myself.
You know,
I think it's a difficult one to say, but I think it's one of these ones like Eddie Guerrero. Like you mentioned him and Eddie Guerrero being very close, but for me, Eddie Guerrero is a better wrestler than Chris Jericho.
Why is that?
I think it's just the sauce, man.
You know,
I think it's just
it's maybe the finesse, like the way those guys can like string moves together and the way they do it. It's just a little bit more like
a bit seamless.
But then where Chris Jericho lacks in that, he adds in other places. Like he'll do like little things as a heel, like he'll do like the backdrop, then he'll pin them like this. He'll do like the little kick, like he has little things that he adds to it where he's probably missing in more in like the kind of like wrestling style in it. But overall, like this is not taking away from him being a great wrestler. Like, we all know he's an amazing wrestler, but I wouldn't put him like. He's literally just underneath like the Bretts and the Daniel Bryans and
of course, that one I could take.
I think this is where Paul's argument of there's 5s and there's 5s come into play.
I would have happily put a 5, but it's the one where.
But he would be a bottom of.
He would be a bottom of.
If you're like 5-star 5, then Chris would be 5.
He's like a 5.
Obviously, there's no even 4.5. So I can't
I'm saying.
4.9.
It looks like it does him a disservice, but it doesn't. The only thing I would say is that I don't think they ever put over any of his finishes enough. I feel like
Walls of Jericho was pretty strong.
It did, but it's like when I think about submission holds, I rate Walls of Jericho. Like my brother's held it bare times. You know what I mean? But like in terms of like when it comes to submission moves, and you think about the way they built up ankle lock and crippler crossface and them kind of ones, I don't think it got the same respect. And I love the lion salt, but again, I saw way too many people kick out.
I hear you. I don't think lion salt was quite the finisher though. I think the finisher, I think the finisher was Walls of Jericho.
There's a bias coming in. I just wanted people to just.
I think that's down to them not making Chris Jericho like a top guy though.
Yeah.
So his finisher was kick outable sort of thing. Like he was just that next class down from the Rocks and all of them lot. So despite him holding, the titles he held and stuff.
Because it's like. when I think about it, he'd kind of always use like a special roll up, or like a move out of nowhere, like a breakdown or something to kind of get a win. Where, you know, once man hit rock bottom, pedigree, it was over. But you do a line soul, it's 2.5, or they get, you know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff like that. Like, so it would never felt like, Chris Jericho hit the line salt maybe the second time and it's 1, 2, 3. It just felt like, you know, he didn't get. But that's like, other than that, that's just a little.
I think no, you're right, and I think it's just because of where they put him on the card.
Yeah,
like they didn't have to make his finisher a complete knockout sort of thing. Like,
yeah, I do agree with, especially with like, it's like there was a certain point where he was getting more wins with like roll ups as opposed to him actually getting his finisher done. But I did like his roll up transition into the Walls of Jericho. That was I used to love that. Straight
that was best thing.
Even the way they just sold it in the game, games ain't the same anymore, man.
At all. So has Anarfi done enough here to convince you to push him up to 5, or are we sticking with 4s?
If you go with my 5 analogy, then
if we were to go with that analogy, then
but
it's 2 versus 1. It's 2 versus 1.
Like ideally, like as a Chris Jericho fan, I want to put him on 5, but then it's like when you now compare him to like
being honest with
peers,
yourself.
you're being
when you're honest with yourself, it's like you're amazing, but it's like
I'm trying.
You know what I'm saying? There's Biggie and there's Tupac in it.
I think to your point, if Chris Jericho was always a top guy in every single promotion he went to,
we would have been skewed.
Yeah, would have been.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So ability for Chris Jericho is a 4.
Man, it breaks my heart, man. I thought we was gonna get our first 5-star wrestler.
I knew this was going to break it.
The thing is, on my way here, I was thinking, you know what? Yeah, when it comes to the ability, it's gonna be a bit of a techie one because I would have put 5, but then if I'm realistic,
honest,
he's very, very good, but
he's
not Owen Hall Brett.
He's not sold to me still.
Break it down.
Last but not least, we're going to talk about his legacy. So, do you guys want to put down on your boards the score you would give Chris Jericho's legacy? I see Anarfi.
I'm keeping it now because he's like, do you know, there's certain things about wrestlers, I don't want to sound like Ibrahimovic because I'm not like, it's not that. But it's like, I get, do you know, let me just write one.
I feel like Narfi's right in my heartbreak, fam. I feel like he's gonna write a number that's gonna be like, bro, what are you talking about?
There's actually no other number.
There's no other number.
There's actually none. So
no other number.
You don't write 5s.
I'm like I said, I think he's playing with us.
You write your number.
He's playing with us.
Paul,
yo,
what are you scoring Chris Jericho's legacy?
The biggest 5 I could give him. There
you go.
Simps.
5.
Simps.
Delboy?
Wars has 5 in it. Yeah. So 5. 1,000%.
Anarfi?
I'll give it 3, bro.
3 for Chris Jericho's legacy.
I'll tell you the reason why.
Fire on the mountain. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you the reason why.
Wow.
I thought I was gonna put 5 for this, but I just deep certain things that's happened.
Okay.
As of recent, innit? Cool. Chris Jericho, obviously in wrestling, he's a don. He does whatever, innit? But with the whole Trump thing and all that sort of stuff, kind of put me off. Kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. I think that's one thing you guys forgot about.
I didn't forget. I knew.
And
I knew. But the thing is, I knew. I'm not gonna lie.
was Donald Trump.
He's a MAGA.
MAGA boy. I'm joking.
No, the thing is with that one, it's like I'm still a bit confused about him because it's like at the same breath you're
donating to
Black Lives Matter, but then you're now supporting. I don't know. I really don't know. So it's kind of like I've just tried to like leave the personal stuff because I mean, yeah, I just tried to.
That's one thing about wrestling. That's one thing about I find hard about wrestling because I've only managed to even because whenever someone brings up Chris Benoit, I'm like, yo, I can't support this guy, but deep down I look back at his match and I'm like, yo, you're sick. It's the same thing like I don't support Al Kelly, but I'm just saying same.
Yeah. Of course, I was just about to say because we're getting older and we're seeing and hearing more things of what happened back then or even current day with these people's, you know, their personal lives. It's becoming harder to kind of tear the man away from his views and everything he did, unless it's something crazy that we've seen with some superstars around, you know, manipulation of women, rapes and all of this kind of stuff. Then like political views, it's not great, but it's whatever, innit? Like it's
just to clear the table up a bit. If we're talking wrestling straight alone,
we're talking about his wrestling legacy.
Okay, then 4 or 5, yeah.
It's too uncertain.
We'll come back to you because you've put 3. These guys have both put 5. So Paul, you want to start and kind of, you know, talk us through why he's a 5 for you?
So I was sticking straight wrestling. It's just from the moment he came in to the moment he left, I don't think he was a very individual character, in my opinion. There wasn't people like him in terms of his promo skill. He can hang with the Stone Colds and the Rocks and anyone else you could put a mic in their hand. His wrestling ability was great. He had a very unique moveset. And I just felt like, although some people might talk about title reigns in some sense, I felt he held it enough in different places for you to feel like, I think he's one of those Grand Slam champions as well. He's touched everything. And I think just the fact that he's wrestled at every level as well, he's been there like messing around with the hardcore title, European title, his run with China when they were doing Intercontinental, made it look good. They had it was convincing to his like nearly guy title runs when he was like chasing Triple H. Like I loved that one when back in the day when Triple H was always getting on Earl Hebner. And then he did the line salt, and then he counted fast.
Even from that pop alone, I realised that this guy's a legend.
That pop when he won
into his WWE career, and it's like
pop. Like it's just everything about him was just, you know, I loved that. I would like be so looking forward to highlight reel.
QVC. You know what I'm saying?
Like, everything about him, even up to like not too long after he left. You know when he had the bit with Shawn Michaels. When he was trying to be the good guy, but Shawn Michaels was like, you know what I mean? And he put him through the Geritron and every... The guy is just, you know what I mean? He just oozes class, man.
All right, let's leave some for Delboy.
Even after he left WWE, he went to New Japan, won the IC title. Yeah. He's gone to AEW, he's been the World Heavyweight Champion, and he's carrying AEW to a certain degree. So it's like, bro, he said it. Like, this guy's a legend. We can't deny anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like, for me with Chris Jericho, he's like just underneath like the likes of like the Rocks, the Triple H's, the Undertakers. Like he could be in that class, but obviously a lot of people wouldn't see him because at the end of the day he wasn't someone that was touted to be a star, and he more or less broke through and he broke the walls down. No pun intended. Still rapping. He's
bars.
Someone give this guy a contract.
I'm waiting for the mixtape.
Give this guy a contract.
Yeah, no, honestly, like his legacy, bro. We see it in the likes of the Miz. We see it in CM Punk, we see it in MJF. Like, there's so, like, bro, there wasn't that many wrestlers wearing kick pads before Chris Jericho.
This is it.
That's a
You know
good
what I'm saying? When people growing up, when they were creating wrestlers, they weren't giving their wrestlers pants anymore. They were giving them colourful tights. No mercy, here comes the pain. Everybody wanted to look like Chris Jericho, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be doing Lansalt. Now everybody does it every single match. And now adding Canadian Destroyer to it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? So, no, Chris Jericho is up there, one of the most influential wrestlers. So,
I do think when, you know, his career is all said and done, you know, he's 50 now, still going, and I think he's gonna get flowers, like unlimited flowers. People aren't really deep in what he's done. Why do you think he is not kind of put in that same category with the Rocks and the Austins? Why is he not as glamorous as them? What do you think it's down to? Like?
You know what? I think his physique played a big part in it.
Like being like a smaller guy.
I think he's 5'10", I think. So I think that played into it because them early days, it was definitely, you had to be like
the land of the big man,
the big guy. And then I think his talents in other places just showed through that he could do it, which I think led to the whole undisputed title reign. And, you know, Vince just, you know, doing a little like not what you thought would happen. Other than that, I'm not really sure because I kind of feel like he had it all. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's that as well, but also down to him not necessarily being like the generic WWE guy. Like he was at WCW at a time when you know they were doing well, then they were sinking, and then he ended up leaving. So when he then come in, it was more of like, oh, this is just another WCW guy, as opposed to like this is someone that was
made.
So with the likes of like the Undertaker, Triple H, The Rock, so those have their category. Even like Kurt Angle, those are the WWE guys, and then Chris Jericho just came in and added to it. So. Like even people like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, they will never. I don't think they'll ever be added to that kind of. Actually, maybe Eddie Guerrero. But Chris,
I was gonna say one thing as well. Do you feel like I feel like Chris Jericho's got this like Randy Orton sort of situation as well. Like, see how Randy Orton is like. We respect Randy Orton, but Randy Orton's always there. Do you know what I mean? I feel that same thing with Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is always there. We're not cherishing what he has until he actually leaves.
Until he leaves. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until he leaves the scene, that's when people say, "Oh, he's a legend." Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones, man. He's still there, bro. Even Chris Jericho was gone from WWE, he was still there.
Yeah.
Like when he came back, it was a surprise, but I was like, oh, we knew he was gonna come back.
He's gonna come back.
You know what I mean?
I remember when there was a point where they were teasing that he's gonna go to TNA. Like, I remember
Yeah, I'm saying it because he performed that.
He
Yeah,
performed.
yeah.
People think he's gonna end up at TNA.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That would have shaken the walls.
Oh, fam, trust me.
That would have shaken the walls.
Nah, honestly, I think he's one of the most decorated things that he's done in the ring, out of the ring. You know, the whole kind of landscape of wrestling that we see today with, you know, guys moving to different promotions and all this kind of stuff. He is now one of the faces of that movement.
And people never ever thought he'd leave WWE.
Yeah.
Because he said it earlier on, like, I'll never leave WWE. And then he moved to New Japan, and it was like, oh shit. Like, for me, that's why I feel like the Forbidden Door actually started. With Chris Jericho first, like, going to New Japan.
Yeah.
So,
And even when he moved to New Japan, he said, I'll never go and fight in
Another American
in another
company.
American company.
He
Like
went to-
the rules changed. He bent them a bit, but he still kind of showed
Yeah.
his loyalty to WWE. But yeah, I think are we 5, 5, and 3? So what are we doing here?
I think the 3-1 here. I think if we're talking wrestling alone, then yeah.
4, 5.
To be honest, yeah. Like, let me just try and clear the waters a bit. Do what you want to do in life, innit? So long as it's not harming people, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, as long as he's not out there saying fuck blacks and all that.
no, but the thing is, I think naturally we know that that's not the type
Yeah,
of person.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, from what we've seen.
Yeah, from what
You know
I've seen, yeah.
like,
So-
we know he actively supports
Those-
black people, black wrestlers, you know what I'm saying?
But it's just that he.
It's just
Yeah,
the association with,
he messed up. He messed
yeah.
up.
Quite,
He messed
innit?
up.
So yeah, when it comes to legacy, he's there for 4 or 5 for me. So
You're not clear.
You
bro.
just-
We need to
Honestly,
come to
like,
us,
it's just,
fam.
you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit
So
icky.
yeah, these guys are saying 5 each for their legacy.
Legacy
What would
4.
you? 4. So what are we giving overall then?
Five.
No, I'm just asking to be clear.
Five.
5.
So Chris Jericho's legacy is a 5.
Break it down.
All right, so we've totted up the scores, and it's come to 4/5 overall. So a 4-star wrestler. For being specific, he got 4.75, but we're not doing all these half marks and stuff. But Chris Jericho currently, if we're to build a table for this, like a little league table, he's currently the highest rated that we have done. So, and I think is fair based on what everyone has said here. I don't think there's anything outlandish or any bad arguments was what's been said. So, yeah, 4.75, or we're going to go with 4/5. What do you think? Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, 4.99 would have been alright. Yeah. I'll take 4. I'll take 4.
Yeah, I'll
That's
take
fine.
4, man. Definitely.
But to be honest, isn't it? Wouldn't you give him a 5 overall then? Because it's 3 versus 1, bro.
I'm not rounding it up because I want it to be a, straight. Whenever the 5 comes, this is the 5.
Man's
above
changing
everyone
the
else.
structure of the show. I think the show should change.
Just call a spade, bro. 5. Let's give him 5.
Well, you gave his legacy a 3, so
I'm born again.
and you people see what I have to deal with it.
I
think it's a good result. Like I said, this trumps him above everyone else we've done, including Kenny Omega, Rob Van Dam,
What's
Eddie
Kenny Omega
Guerrero.
again?
He got like 4.5 or something.
I think it
around
was
like
affiliate
that.
his attire. I remember.
I think it was his promo that let him down. His promo that let Kenny Omega down. But
What did Goldust get again?
3,
Three
I
or
think,
something.
or 2.5 maybe.
Something
3.
like that.
I think Goldust was 3.
You should have called me for that one. I'm not going to lie. Goldust is actually good, you know.
No, I think.
I think we did him justice.
Yeah,
man.
cool. So that is it. Chris Jericho, 4/5 stars. Obviously, right now he's not with WWE, but we do assume, obviously, one day he will be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Do you guys think that will be anytime soon, or?
As long as he's contracted to AEW, they're not having a bar.
They're not
I
having
don't
that.
see it.
Yeah,
So you think it's gonna be
Has to be a
maybe some years down the line?
a retirement. Yeah,
His
retirement
back is going to
thing.
be broken by the time that happens.
Do you think he's a headliner, or do you think he just goes into the class with whoever else is in the class?
He should be a headliner. He should be a
Should be a
headliner.
headliner.
He
I
should
mean,
be
if
a
Goldberg can
headliner.
headline, then he definitely
Yeah.
can headline.
That's-
He's had a way
that's
better
very
card
true.
than
That's simple.
That is very
Unless
true.
it's the same year as Triple H.
Yeah, if it's the same as Triple H, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
second
it.
fiddle thing.
Just trust me.
100%.
Cool. Thanks to Paul, Delboy, and Anarfi helping us put together this particular break it down for Chris Jericho. Guys, put down below in the comments who you think should we tackle next and your scores for Chris Jericho as well.
Subscribe to WrestleManiac.
Make sure you subscribe to WrestleManiac, man.
Subscribe.
Signing out, and I'll see you soon.